Hi Evolvers! Welcome back to Almost Evolved Life, where we talk about topics in life and love. Today is actually more of a topic just strictly about life. It's actually going to be a story time about the time when I actually lost my adult front tooth. Okay, so some of you know that I used to be a model. I used to do nude modeling for photographers and for artist groups. And on September 2nd, 2015, I was modeling for an artist group. It was not my first time modeling for them. So I don't know what happened this particular day, but the pose was standing, and we have to, when you pose for an artist group, you have to hold the pose for a long amount of time, of course, because someone's drawing or painting or sculpting you, so you can't be moving all the time. So that's not very easy for me. I talk with my hands all the time, and when I do photo shoots, I'm moving all the time, but with the artist group, I had to stand still. And I was very new to modeling for artist groups, and I did not know that you are not supposed to lock your knees when you're standing for a long amount of time. And a lot of people, when I tell them the story, they're like, yeah, duh. I guess we learned that in choir in elementary school. I must have not been paying attention that day because I don't remember that. Also, I think military people learn this, but I never learned it because I wasn't in the military and I wasn't paying attention in choir. So I was standing and I had my knee locked for a long amount of time. The class was 3 hours and they gave me breaks every 20 minutes or so, but I guess the breaks weren't long enough for me or something, because at a certain point I just was standing there and I noticed like the room was just getting darker and darker, and I was getting hot, and I'm like trying to push through, like I got this strong mind. I'm like, no, you're gonna tough it out. So yeah, that didn't work out so well. I ended up falling on my face naked. I was naked in front of this whole group of people. I was on a platform stage. They told me that I dropped to my knees, and I was like head diving off the stage. Luckily, some of the students came up and caught me before I hit my head on the ground. And then, I wake up, my body was so heavy, and I just feel like all these people's hands on me, and I did not know where the heck I was. And then, like, your tongue's just in your mouth, and I was like, something is not right. So I was like, did I lose my tooth? And the woman was like, let me see. So I showed her, and she said that I did. And it wasn't all the way gone. It was like half gone. It's horrible. So they found the piece of the tooth, and some students told me, oh, no problem. It's okay. Just take this piece of the tooth to the dentist tomorrow, and they'll be able to reattach it. The school also told me that, oh, don't worry, we'll cover your tooth. It'll be fine. Like, don't worry about your bills. We'll pay for it. So yeah, that did not happen. The school was like, yeah, whoever told you that did not have the power to say that. They are not on the board. They are not. It was basically just like the director of the class. He wasn't really an employee of the school. It was like a facilitator. So I did not get my tooth covered. I had to pay for that out of pocket. And the dentist could not reattach half of my tooth. So basically that was on a Wednesday night. I had a shoot on Friday. So I went to an emergency dentist the next day, and they basically just gave me like a big filling. It was like the material they used for cavities, and they just formed a new tooth, which was cool. It lasted me. They told me, this is just a temporary solution, but to me it seemed fine. So I just rocked out with that for a couple months. And then one day I went out to eat. I was supposed to go on a date that day, but first I went out to eat with my friend, and I ate some hash browns. They were really pretty hard. So I bit into them, and I could feel that this fake cavity tooth thing had broken. So I had to cancel my date because I was again looking like a hillbilly, missing my front tooth. Then I had to go to a different dentist, and he gave me a temporary crown, which really sucked. I mean, I'm very thankful that they had a solution for me and I didn't have to walk around with half a tooth. However, the temporary crown only comes in one color, which was darker than the rest of my teeth. So I'm walking around with it, and the way he put it in made it longer than my other teeth, so it's like, oh, I freaking have a tooth that's kind of off yellow and longer than my other teeth, and it was horrible. And I had to have that for, I don't know, a couple, maybe it was like a month or so while they were making my permanent crown. I don't know how long it was. It seemed like forever. Maybe it was only a couple weeks, but it seemed like forever.
This is a picture from a photo shoot I took while I had the temporary crown, and as you can see, it's just not right. It sticks out. It's not in line with my other teeth, so I tried to keep my mouth as close to closed as I possibly could during shoots.
Yeah, and then I got my permanent crown, and I'm very happy with it. I'm happy that that whole experience is over. And you know, I always try and find the good in everything. And people would be like, oh my god, that's horrible, you lost your front tooth. But guess what? It could have been a lot worse. Like, somebody could have not caught me. I could have landed on my head, and that could have been totally detrimental. I could have died from that, had brain damage, I don't know. The dentist told me I was super lucky because I landed like on my tooth instead of my lip, because he said that he's seen people, their lips are just like, you can't really repair the lips very well. So he said I was very lucky that it was just one broken tooth instead of like the whole front or my lip or my head, or you know. So I just wanted to share that, and I just also wanted to share that, you know, in every situation, even if it seems horrible, it could always be worse. So try and find the good and be thankful for whatever comes at you in this life. So the only thing that I really regret about this situation is that nobody was recording during that class. I feel like cheated that everybody else in the room got to see me fall except me. It's not me. But other than that, I'm cool. You know, I lasted long enough in that class that I did get to see the creations of some of the people. One person actually gave me one of the drawings from that day, or it was a painting or a drawing, I can't remember. I just wish I could have like lasted for the whole class. I feel like I cheated the people out of what they paid for that night. I didn't even think I was gonna get paid, but luckily they paid me even though they didn't pay for my tooth. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this little story time. I'm just gonna do these randomly just because I have some random crazy stories in my life. So most of the time I'll be talking about situations about evolving and development and love, relationships, all that stuff, but this was part of my evolution too, just trying to find the good in the situation that, you know, I could have definitely felt was very bad as a model. So I hope you enjoyed this. Share it if you like. Definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2019, so please help me. Share this with your friends. Help me get to my goal. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. And until then, stay curious and keep exploring. Yeah.